Being you, it's something that you hear people go on about all the time, and it's absolutely true. You should be you, and as the old saying goes, be you because everybody else is taken. The idea of being you, though, is quite rigid for a lot of people, and you'll hear it a lot in the way they speak. And the problem with this is if you're not more fluid with who you are and who you can be, then you're locking yourself into a particular way of living your life. Quite often, it means you miss out on a lot of different experiences. So, as an example here, one of the best ways that you can find out who you really are is in relationship, because in that relationship, you have to relate to another human being. Now, in that relationship, that person could do something that triggers you. If it does trigger you, what you need to realize is it's got nothing to do with the other person, but everything to do with you. Now, in that moment of being triggered, you might need to put up some boundaries, establish some walls for you to actually stop, go inside yourself, check out what it is that's going on, resolve that trauma for yourself, but then remember that you can take down the walls once you've dealt with that trauma internally for yourself, so that whatever it was that the other person gave to you as a bioelectric signal and cue is actually balanced and made healthy and harmonious so it doesn't trigger you anymore. And in that way, we grow as people. An example within an example, when I first related to my first child, I can tell you right now, the world instantaneously changed. There is nothing more real than someone passing you a newborn baby and you having that moment, that complete internal realization that your life will never be the same. And I believe that every person who's ever held a newborn baby knows exactly what I'm talking about. And in that moment too, what you realize is that you cannot be the same person that you were before that child came into your life. And that is where some of the most amazing growth happens. What I mean by that is, even to this day, I will always be enlightened and give gratitude for my children because they made me so much more forgiving and patient and compassionate and a whole bunch of other virtuous aspects that probably weren't as present in my life. Not that they weren't there previously, but they certainly were enhanced by having that new relationship come into my world. So if you have the opportunity to have a relationship, then take it, seize it, extract the juice out of that relationship. If it makes you feel certain emotions, embrace those emotions and resolve them and process them. If you need help with that, use the ROAs of Promemo Essences and or UEFT. If you want to fully integrate who you are and discover who you can really be in this life, then come in for some flame tree sessions where we can help you with the individuation process through our consciousness. More importantly, your consciousness that dictates to you who you have to be. And you can free yourself up from rigid belief systems, thoughts, three-dimensional networks, or any other host of issues that are holding you back. Bearing in mind that flame tree is fractal in nature and is the world's first fractal medicine. So if you would like to find out more of who you are, then please get in touch for a session. And if you want to learn how to help other people to move past their current limitations, get in touch about becoming a student and potentially moving toward being a certified flame tree healer. If you've had an experience of what I'm talking about and you've had a relationship that has dramatically transformed your life, please share in the comments below. Tell us what it was and what you learned. We would love to hear from you. And if you find this video helpful and you know that being who you are is a great thing, but not something that you should get stuck in, then please share it to those people that you know need to hear it. Rhett Ogston, live optimally, live purposefully.